भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठकी. Hare Krishna. We are reading Shrimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 5th chapter, titled as Vidura's Talk with Maitreya Rishi, text number 3. You can repeat after me. Janasya Krishna Vimukhasya Daiva Adharma Shilasya Sudukha Tasya Anugrahaye Charanti Nuna Bhutani Bhavyani Janardanasya. So I'll repeat the entire shloka for benefit of all of us. Janasya Krishna Dvimukasya Devad Adharmashilasya Sudukhatasya Anugrahayeha charanti nunam bhutani bhavyani janardasya. Translation. O my Lord, great philanthropic souls travel on earth on behalf of Supreme Personality of Godhead to show compassion to the fallen souls who are averse to the sense of subordination to the Lord. So here in this shloka, Shukdev Goswami is explaining to Parikshit Maharaj about the conversation between Vidurji and Maitreya Rishi. As we know from the previous chapter that Vidurji during the war of Mahabharat, he did not stay in Hastinapur and he went on pilgrimage because Duryodhan humiliated Vidurji. While on pilgrimage, everywhere, wherever Vidurji traveled, he visited all the holy places as well as he made sure that he meets the devotees of Lord. So when he was there in Prabhashetra, he met Uddhavji, and the conversation between Uddhavji and Vidurji was all about Lord Krishna and his family members and his devotees. Before leaving this material world, going back to home, back to Godhead, Lord Krishna instructed Vidurji about Shrimad Bhagavatam. At that time, a great devotee of Lord, Maitreya Rishi, was also present along with Uddhavji. So both of them heard Shrimad Bhagavatam from Lord Krishna himself. This is the same Shrimad Bhagavatam Lord Krishna had told it to Brahmaji. And at the end, Lord Krishna instructed Uddhavji that you please go to Badrik Ashram where Nar Narayan Rishi and his devotees are there and they are doing tapasya there. So you please instruct this Shrimad Bhagavatam to Nar Narayan Rishi and his devotees. So according to instruction, Uddhavji was ready to go to Badrik Ashram. At that time, Vidurji asked Uddhavji that can you please tell me about the Shrimad Bhagavatam? But Uddhavji said that I have to go to Badrik Ashram as per the instruction of Lord. But there is another great devotee of Lord, Maitreya Rishi, who was there along with me hearing this Shrimad Bhagavatam. So can you please go to him and ask him? He is the right person who can give you the knowledge about Shrimad Bhagavatam. So then Vidurji reached Maitreya Rishi and Vidurji paid respects to Maitreya Rishi and he asked him, yesterday we learned one shloka where Vidurji asked this question to Maitreya Rishi. Vidurji said that Sukhani karmani karoti loko natai sukhavanya durapam va. So he said that everybody on this material world is trying hard, very hard to be happy. And people are endeavoring so many different activities so that they can get happiness. But even after giving so much hard work, people are not able to mitigate the distress. Everybody is becoming more and more unhappy. On the contrary, more one tries to become happy, more one tries to find the solution to the distress by material means, the problems increases. And Prabhupada ji explained very nicely in the purport that this material world is just like an illusion, Maya, and more we try to become happy by material means, more we become entangled actually. We can see that uh, we are trying to find the solutions, but the solutions itself are becoming more problems. For example, we have this transportation, cars. Cars or motor vehicles were invented so that our life becomes easy. But with the pollution, the solution has become a problem. The pollution caused by the motor vehicles is a greater threat to humanity than the problem of the transportation itself. So, Prabhupada explains very nicely that more we try to find solution to material problems by material means, our material problems will be increased. The solution for the material problems is the spiritual solution, understanding what is the purpose of human life and what we are here for. In this shloka, continuing the same conversation, Vidurji is asking to Maitreya Rishi that great philanthropic souls, they travel on the earth on the behalf of Supreme Personality of Godhead to show compassion to the fallen souls who are averse to the sense of subordination. So there are many people on this planet who do not know that God exists, or who do not believe in the presence of God or the higher authority. So, devotees of the Lord, great philanthropic souls, they travel on the earth like Srila Prabhupada ji traveled from India to America. Why did Srila Prabhupada travel? Because he was compassionate. Uh, He was compassionate towards the fallen souls that they do not know anything about the higher authority, and if they do not know, they will be punished. They need to go back to home, back to Godhead. A child who is lost or separated from the parents, if you unite that child with the parents, that is the greatest philanthropic work you can do. So the great philanthropic souls, they do the same activity. They try to unite the separated souls, Atma, with Paramatma. That is the greatest philanthropy on the world. Uh, you can do various types of philanthropy, give somebody food, somebody shelter, clothes, or health care. Those are good activities, but the best activity is that unite that Atma, that soul, with super soul, Paramatma. किसी को भगवान के पास लेके आना ये सबसे बड़ा का आप कहते हैं सेवा का कार्य है। बाकी के सेवा के कार्य बहुत सारे हम करते हैं, जैसे लोगों को खाना देना, रहने के लिए जगह देना, दवाई देना, कुछ ना कुछ कार्य हम करते रहते हैं, लेकिन सबसे बड़ा कार्य है किसी को भगवान के साथ उसका मिलन कराना। प्रभुपाद जी परपट में लिखते हैं यहाँ पे, To be obedient to the wishes of Supreme Lord is a natural position of every living entity. But due only to past misdeeds, a living being becomes averse to the sense of subordination to the Lord and suffers all the miseries of material existence. No one has anything to do but render devotional service to the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. Therefore, any activity other than transcendental loving service to the Lord is more or less rebellious action against the Supreme Will. All fruitive activities, empirical philosophy, and mysticism are more or less against the sense of subordination to the Lord. And any living entity entangled in such rebellious activity is more or less condemned by the laws of material nature, which works under the subordination of the Lord. Great unalloyed devotees of the Lord are compassionate towards the fallen souls, and therefore they travel all over the world with the mission of bringing souls back to Godhead, back to home, back to Godhead. Such pure devotees of the Lord carry the message of Godhead in order to deliver the fallen souls. And therefore, the common man who is bewildered by influence of external energy of the Lord, Maya, should avail himself for their association. So, Prabhupada very nicely explaining that most of the time people have forgotten their relationship with Paramatma. We are thinking that we are all independent, but not. We are not independent. We are all dependent on higher nature, and this higher nature has laws, which is called laws of nature. If you live in a country like, say, for example, in Canada, there are laws of Canadian government. If you do not follow the laws, then the government is going to punish you. But if you obey the laws and live like a good citizen, you will be rewarded. Similarly, this whole material nature is under the laws of Supreme Nature, Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we have to live according to the laws of Krishna. If we do not obey the laws, then we will be punished. So, the role of devotees, role of noble people, philanthropic people, or the Guru is to make this awareness among the common people that we have to obey the laws of nature. Whatever good work you do, the good will come back to you. And if you do bad, the bad will come back to you. But if we do all our activities for the pleasure of Krishna, Lord Shri Krishna, then Lord Krishna will take care of us. We'll neither suffer from good or bad, which is called akarma. And in Bhagavad Gita also, Lord Krishna gives us this teaching of karma yoga in Krishna consciousness. Whatever the activities we do it for the pleasure of Supreme Personality of Godhead. In that way, then we can be free from all the reactions to the karmas. So, the role of philanthropic souls who are traveling on the earth, as I said, Srila Prabhupada ji, in his late 60s, he traveled from Vrindavan to America, took all the inconveniences. He traveled on a boat, Jaladuta. It took him almost 8 weeks to come to America. And Srila Prabhupada suffered from heart attack. He had no money. He had to suffer a great deal. But after going through all the sufferings, now we have this International Society of Krishna Consciousness, where we all are connected with Krishna because of Srila Prabhupada. So it is a duty of a devotee to bring others also to Krishna consciousness. If we have Krishna consciousness, if we have some connection with Krishna, then it is very important to spread this message of Krishna consciousness to everybody around us.